G'day everyone, and welcome to Griffinix Tabletop Miniatures. I'm your host, Matt the Hat. Well, maybe we can just drop the hat and just stick with Matt. Is that good? Again, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry it's been a while. I haven't been uploading a lot of videos lately, or really since the beginning of the channel in some aspects. Had some rough things happen with the family, and it made it very difficult in my position to be able to keep producing content the way I wanted to. I've had to change my plan a bit, and I hope that the rest of you will come along with me and that we can grow this channel and the community here. Now, I thank you so much to each of you who are watching and each of you who have subscribed. Thank you so much. And I ask those who haven't to subscribe. Please. Anyway, I won't go on about all the reasons into why I haven't been making as much content lately. That's because it's fairly private. Most of it stemming from my some deaths in the family. That makes things more awkward. So yeah. Anyway, today I'd like to talk about where I'm moving forward with this channel and what I'd like to do. I think I mentioned that I wanted to grow the community here. I'd really like to do that. And like I said, I thank you for joining us here. Yeah, I'd love to share with you all more of my hobby and my hobby journey. And I hope that I can do that. I know I've got an absolutely huge pile of shame and a lot of grey that needs to be painted away. So I hope you can join in. We may not have, for a little while at least, we may not have as many new kits being reviewed. Or entirely new kits being reviewed. I do have unopened kits here I could review, but they're a bit old, some of them. That could still be fun. And I hope that it will be, because I still will do it. But in time, hopefully I'll start being able to afford more new things for that and stuff. You know, look, things are tough and tight for me right now, so I can't just buy a bunch of new stuff and put it up. And when I did a little while back, before I put the videos up, I recorded, all this stuff and started editing the videos, and noticed that the camera I was using was cutting in and out quite a bit, worse than the previous camera I had to that. And it really shouldn't have been. It was brand new, and it turns out the port on the back of the camera wouldn't hold on to any cable properly. Like the connection, it wasn't tight like it should be, and that was just the way it had come when I got it. So that was unfortunate, and I had to go through a bunch of stuff to fix that up. And so that ruined a few videos where I was reviewing, and then I did construction videos after that. The review ones were probably okay, but the construction ones were pretty bad. So unfortunately, there were some things that I got and looked at that I won't be able to show you being built, but that happens. I'd like to move into doing not just building and reviews. I'd like to do painting tutorials for you. Show you what I'm doing on my miniatures. A lot of hobby hangouts. I'd love to do that sort of thing. Sit, chill, live stream and paint, or build and chat and enjoy the company of my subscribers, should they want to come and join in with me doing that. And I think that would be fun. And I'd also like, if possible, if anyone's interested, in sharing things on my Discord. See, I have a Discord that I've been setting up, and I've slowly been taking photographs of my entire Warhammer collection. Whether that be Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Horus Heresy? How do I not think of the Horus Heresy? Necromunda, maybe a little bit of Warcry. I've got a few Warcry warbands, but I don't know what they're doing with that as time goes on into the future. They got rid of so many. Um, but, we'll see how we go. And I also, outside of Games Workshop uh, games, I'm also very much into Battlefront miniatures and their game systems, such as Flames of War, Team Yankee, NAM, although I don't have the rules for NAM and stuff, though I'm interested in giving it a shot, and Oil Wars, although I don't think Oil Wars is going to be being continued for some reason. I think they're moving it more into the Team Yankee timeline and game system. Anyway, I'm looking forward to being able to show you guys some of this stuff, and it'd be good to show it on the channel as well, but it'd be also good to have a collection, like a library of images over on the Discord that you can subscribe to the channel and then go join and become a part of it and put up your own images. Because I'll have categories for like all the 40k playable factions, and then just like 40k general, and then AOS the same thing, Horus Heresy, and so on into the Battlefront games as well. So if you've got things to share, it'd be lovely to see them over there. I'll put something down in either the description or something somewhere. I think it'll be down there for you to join the Discord should you wish to. Now, I had other plans, like I said, for this channel. I did want to grow it quite quickly if I could at the time, but I realized that was way too much for me to bite off, especially when certain events happened in our life, like I said, the death of my aunt, and just some other things that have happened since that require my attention. So, I hope that the rest of you who have subscribed and who are watching this, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, by the way, subscribe, please. Hit that notification bell and give me a like if you like the content. I can understand if you don't like this particular video. It's just me staring at the camera, chatting away. Now, hopefully the next few videos won't be so boring. I'd also like to do lore videos as well, particularly lore videos relating to the content that I've either reviewed, built, or painted, so that we can have a little discussion in the actual video of the build or the paint job or whatever, but then a separate video that's just related to that, in lore-wise, for those who are interested. And that's something I wanted to do back probably last year. But better late than never, I like to think. And due to other recent things happening in my life that have shown that life is very, very short. We don't have much time, and we need to make the most of it. And like I say, I've got so much grey around me. You can see some of it. Like, I've got Orc killer cans. There's 12 killer cans in that. Not one of them's painted. I've got an Orc stomper up over there where you can't see. 2 Orc... I can't remember what they call Orkanaut things. The Morkanaut and the Gorkanaut. There's those ones. I've got one of each of them up there, just grey. Lehman Russ, Forge World Horus Heresy Collector's Series miniature. Half painted. All these minis up here. An old Lothran Sea Guard from High Elves. That's another thing. Warhammer the Old World. I'm interested in that very much as well. Don't have as many of the miniatures anymore because I spent so much time converting all of my Empire, some of my High Elves, some of my Dwarves, all into a combined Cities of Sigmar army back when they were just pushing them all together into Cities of Sigmar. But since they changed that a bit, and the Dwarves and the Elves aren't really there no more, all the cool kit bashes I did, similar to like what Peachy from Peachy Tips, which I hope you're all subscribed to, by the way. He's an absolute hobby legend. He did these really cool kit bashes, you see, if you haven't seen them. where he had these like the dwarf, the old dwarf gunner guys. I can't remember what they called them, but basically he put the guns that they had and the arms and that on the Empire Greatsword models. And when I saw that, I was just like, I have to do that. And I've got like, I think I've got 40 of them. Kit bashed like that because I loved it so much. But yeah, and I did other things, similar things to some of the other people at Games Workshop had done at the time. Similar, not the same. And I also mixed up, like, so I had an idea. It wasn't originally mine. I'd heard it on, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of his channel. Oh, that really upsets me that I can't think of the name of his channel right now. Anyway, when I think of it, I'll say. But one of the YouTubers I used to, or I still do watch, but I mean, I used to watch religiously. He's mad into AOS. He's into a few other fantasy-based games, but he's really into AOS. 2 Plus Tough. That's him. It just came to me. 2 Plus Tough. American guy. Not nice guy. Nice guy. And he had this idea of how he thought Cities of Sigmar, given they have the elves, the dwarves, and the humans, that it'd be cool to see each unit mixed with humans, dwarves, and elves, like, you know, all in one unit. And that's kind of what I did. And I did a lot of kit bashing with that, and I hadn't even started painting them. I had hundreds of miniatures for this army. And then Cities of Sigmar came out with their new stuff, and the old stuff's kind of gone back to the old world. And it's like, now I can't just rebase them. But anyway, that's a long blabbing story about nothing. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing any of those kit bashes, please, like, just say so. I'm happy to show them off, get them out, and, you know, take some photos and put them up there, or get them into a video. So I've got all that, and I'd like to work on that and show it off. And yeah, there's so many things we could work on here on the channel, which is nice. And one other thing I'll mention, another little blabby bit, is that my predominant army for Warhammer 40k and 30k is a Space Marine one. Now, I have Xenos armies, I have one of every army, basically, that is playable, other than the Chaos armies at the moment, or, what's it called? Genestealer cults. I don't have them. Everything else I have an army of. In particular, my Space Marines. In the past, I'd made my own custom chapters, and I always enjoyed doing that, coming up with my own lore and designs for how I wanted the Marines to look, like customize them a little bit so they look a little different, so they stand out a bit from the crowd. And over the years, I did a lot of different things, some that worked, some that didn't. And now, for the last, bit over 10 years, I've been working on one particular Space Marine force that is my complete own, that I made up myself, and that is the Storm Griffins. Now, they're not just a chapter. I'm one of those guys that sees the 2nd and the 11th Legion there and goes, what happened? I'm sure a lot of people do that bit, but then I go, I think I know what happened. And I come up with an idea, and yeah. So I've got Storm Griffins, as they're called, they weren't really around during the Horus Heresy, let's be honest, but as a Great Crusade army, maybe. Either way, I've got it as a Horus Heresy army. People, if they don't like that, I'll just play them as Imperial Fists, for rules' sake. Yeah, or technically I could probably play them as anything I wanted, but Imperial Fists are nice. I like them. They're alright. Chapter Master Valrak, I salute you. Yeah. So I'd like to show them off, and some of you will like the lore reason as to why they still exist in the 40k universe. Some won't. There's a bit of time travel shenanigans that went on in the warp. Old mucking about, holding them back. In my mind, just so in case people were wondering, in my mind, the 2nd Legion are the Lost, and the 11th is the Purged. So whatever Russ did to get rid of a chapter, in my mind, that's the 11th. In my headcanon and stuff, my mind, my spin or take on this army and this universe, the 2nd Legion came back like a while back. It was their whole fleet, basically. And so they're back in the 40k setting. They have to kind of keep themselves a secret because they know that they've been greatly dishonored and they don't know why the Emperor did that. They think that maybe the Emperor did it because what happened with the 11th Legion later, because I'm assuming what happened with my Legion happened first, that they just went missing. And because that seemed like such a huge defeat, right, the Emperor, in my mind, didn't want the Imperium to remember that a Space Marine Legion was lost with no idea what happened to them. So that's my guys, and they're back, and their Primarch's alive. Their Primarch's at work. I even have a miniature of him. He's kit bashed out of Guilliman and Stormcast parts and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll show him off one day. And yeah, I'm really excited because most of that army has a lot of Stormcast parts kit bashed onto it, and I have a Stormcast army in AOS, which made it a lot easier to do so. And so yeah, I'm a huge Dwarf fan as well, by the way, if people haven't realised. So I've got Leagues of Votann, I've got Caradron Overlords, Fire Slayers, the old world dwarves, the old world dwarves as well. If you know, you know. So yeah, I'd really love to show it all off with you, and work together to build, paint, and explore this hobby. And yeah, I think I've blabbed enough. Thank you very much for your patience and your kindness in watching this video to the end, those of you that have. Yeah, that's about it for this one. Oh, most importantly, we're under new management. Just check that it's working. Bear? Don't knock my camera off up there. Little bear. What's going on? Eh? You've taken over. New boss in town, eh? Little bear. Now in charge of Griffinix Tabletop Miniatures. Yes. Yeah. It's good being the boss, isn't it? Yeah. You can sit where you like, you can do what you like. Yeah. Being boss is cool. He's a very good boy. Yes, you are. He's a very good boy. Yes. Oh, I love you too. I do. I do. He's a sweetie. My little sweetie. We love you. Yes, we do. As you can see, he wasn't very talkative, but he's the boss. I thank you very much for watching once again. I've been your host, Matt, here at Griffinix Tabletop Miniatures. Please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe! Ring the notification bell. And if you enjoyed the content of any particular video, please give it a like. Thank you very much. Catch you in the next one.